What's up? It's Ed here from ClicksGeek, and today we're going to talk about selling PPC to local businesses, which is what we do. All right, so I want to go through a quick overview of what the sales process looks like and walk you through like a simple scenario. Okay, early on in the conversation, you're going to want to find out if they're currently running ads or have run ads or have not run ads, and I'll explain why in a sec. So, beginning of the process, you've got your intro, your pleasantries, building rapport, simple stuff like that. Maybe throw in what's called an upfront contract, something I learned from Sandler sales training a few years back. And I'll get into that later. But for right now, upfront contract is something very simple and helps avoid people ghosting you in later on in the sales cycle. And it gives the client or prospective client the option, like the easy out. If they're getting the sense that this isn't the right fit for them, or you're getting the sense it's not the right fit for you, it gives you both the ability to just say, hey, listen, I don't think this is for me, without hurting each other's feelings. It's basically you being an adult, them being an adult, and just saying, this isn't for me, and then backing off without you breaking their chops and making their life more difficult. Okay? So you might start with an upfront agreement, something simple like that. Then you're going to get into fact finding. Here's where you're going to ask questions about their business. You're going to find out about how they're currently marketing, if they're running Google Ads campaigns, stuff like that. At that point, you've got your tree, and it's going to go down the path of, let's say they're running Google Ads. Okay? If they're running Google Ads, you shift the conversation towards going for an audit of that campaign. So maybe getting some context about the performance of the campaign. And instead of selling you as the solution, you're going to sell, or at least you don't have to charge for it. What I'm saying is sell. You're going to be talking in terms of auditing the campaign. So you're pushing for the audit at this point, where you can go in and you can diagnose what's going on in the campaign, diagnose the problems, and then prescribe you as the solution. So I always use analogies when I sell. This is just like a doctor. A doctor is going to do a diagnostic. They're going to do blood work, x-rays, CAT scans. They're going to do a physical exam. They're going to diagnose what the issue is, and then they're going to prescribe a solution. The solution could be do nothing. Things are working well. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no broken bones. Or it could be, hey, we got to chop your foot off. Or, hey, you need open heart surgery. Or, hey, you need this drug and this drug. Okay? And you're in a situation, if it looks like an account that you can help with, you're going to prescribe yourself as the solution. Okay? Now, let's say they have not, they're not running Google Ads yet. You're going to go through your fact finding. You're going to find out about how they're currently generating leads for their business, what type of revenue they're doing, client lifetime value, that kind of stuff. So you can build up some stuff to make a case on why Google Ads would be important for you. Then you're going to go over stuff like the Google Ads magic formula, which is something we've talked about on this channel. If you haven't seen it yet, just go to the channel and search Google Ads magic formula. You'll see the video for that. And that's a high-level overview of how we talk with clients about Google Ads. Then we're going to, and that helps us pitch the merits of why Google Ads is effective. Then we're going to then go into a diagnostic, and we're going to see, okay, this is working for them in terms of lead generation. This isn't working. We might ask some painful probing questions, layer in some of that stuff, figure out where their goals are and where they want to be, and then prescribe Google Ads and yourself as the solution. So in this instance, you've kind of got two or three sales to make. Number one, you've got to sell, if they're not marketing, you've got to sell marketing, why they should be marketing. Number two, you should be selling why Google Ads is beneficial for them and why it would work. And then three, why you should be the one actually doing it for you, for them. Rather, in the case of someone managing already running Google Ads, it's really only one sale. They already know marketing works or advertising works. They already are using Google Ads. It's just not working for them yet. So basically, you just have to prove that you're the one to do it. Okay? I always love working with people that are already running Google Ads because it makes your life a lot easier. But that's the simple decision tree that you're going to work through when you're selling this stuff. So early on in the conversation, you're going to find out if they're running Google Ads. And if they are, you go towards the audit path. If they're not, you go down fact-finding path, asking some painful questions or probing painful questions, layering on the responses that they're giving you. Then you're going to go into, and that's kind of the diagnostic stage, if you will. Then you're going to prescribe a solution tied to the goals for their business and where they're looking to go. And then that's it. You go for the close. And both of them, you're going to go for the close. With an audit, it's typically next day, but simple enough. When you send over that audit, they're not typically going to want to implement everything you're suggesting, so they hire you or hire someone else to implement that for them. It's a very simple sales process. It doesn't need to be overly complex. It does not need a pitch deck. It does not need Zoom. It does not need video. Of all the accounts that we've sold, we're over 1,000 at this point. I'd say 995 were over the phone. A handful were over Zoom. And that was right over the beginning of the pandemic, when I don't want to say it was a novelty, but some people just wanted to be on Zoom meeting face to face. So I went along with it and did it for a few, but I don't really anymore. Everything I do is over the phone. It does not need to be an intense sales process. It does not need to be an intimidating sales process. It does not need to be something like a 10-page scripted thing in order to sell this stuff. It just doesn't. The way we sell it, our scripting is very simple. It's just asking good questions. If you guys want hints on what those, like what pain questions are, look up the Sandler pain funnel, and it's some awesome questions. You know what? I'll drop a link. I'll find a link to it and drop it below. And it's a great set of questions that you could ask all throughout your sales process, and just it helps layer in pain on top of where you see inefficiencies, and it ties emotion to problems that they're having in their business, and helps you tie you as a solution for the problem that they're having, so they can overcome it and cross that gap between where they're at and where they want to go, and why you should be the one doing it for them. That's just a quick overview. Google Ads is not super difficult to sell. I don't want to say it sells itself, but everyone knows you got to, when you Google things, you get those ads up top. And wouldn't someone's business want to be front and center right away? So I love selling it. It's my favorite thing I've ever sold in my career. I think it's really fun when you get a new client on, and the first day you're running a new campaign, they're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 leads coming in that first day. And I think it's just an awesome feeling. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to drop a link in the description. It's Ed here from ClicksGeek. We're a premier Google Ads partner. We build and manage campaigns for local businesses. We also do it for agencies in a white label setting. And we also sell some courses teaching how to build Google ad campaigns, landing pages, how to use direct mail to get clients. And at some point in the future, I promise I will finish this agency course that we've been working on. We're like 3/4 of the way done with it. I'll drop links to all that stuff in the description. If you like the video, just give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe. I think you'll dig our content. I think we're the deepest Google Ads library on YouTube in terms of just practically how to do this stuff, how to build and manage Google ad campaigns, how to talk to clients about this kind of stuff, all sorts of case studies, all that stuff. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend. Bye.